and welcome to IIP Study Video Lectures. Today, we will discuss the 35th chapter of Grade 7 English Grammar and our topic is story writing. Stories are one of the most interesting forms of writing because they allow us to use our imagination, creativity and language skills freely. Before the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand how to write a story and create their own story. That means you can create your own stories. Children of all the ages understand stories since they listen to stories since their childhood. Readers of stories belong to different age groups as well as interests. There are different genres of stories. That means stories are also divided and classified on the basis of interest, on the basis of languages, on the basis of interest in the subject. So readers belong to different age groups and their groups are divided as per their age group and as per their interests. As we know, a story is a series of incidents arranged in an immediate order, making it meaningful. That means story always follows a logical flow. That means if you have started a story with a crow, you end it with a crow only. That means it should be consistent. The facts and the events in the stories should have a logical flow, should have a sequence and should have consistency. There are certain guidelines to develop a story with outlines. The first guideline is read the outlines carefully, keeping in mind how much to add and fill in it. That means there must be a guided outline of the story. You should write a outline if you don't have it, or you should have an outline so that you know what more or what elements I can add in the story and what elements I cannot add. Remember, don't omit any important point or idea. That is the main idea of the story should be there. The flow of the story must be accurate, otherwise readers might lose interest. So it should have a logical flow. Use short and crisp sentences so that it is not boring for the readers. Include a proper beginning, middle and end and sequence the events logically. Check for errors in grammar, spelling and punctuation. The concept, ideas and the presentation of the story must be very clear. Do not repeat any idea. Now we will read a sample story. Here the outline of a story has been given and we will write a story in between 150 to 200 words. So let us read the outline of the story. Teak tree, very proud, tall and strong, next to the tree. Small herb, humble teak tree said, I am very strong and handsome. No one can defeat. Herb replied, too much. Pride is harmful. Strong falls one day. Teak tree ignored herb. Arrival of storm. Teak tree stood firmly. Even when it rained, teak tree stood strong, spreading its leaves. Herb bowed low one day. Strong storm, herb bowed. Teak tree did not bow. Storm stronger. Teak tree felt losing strength. End of teak. Herb stood straight. Proud teak fallen. Now this is the outline of the story. Reading these outlines, we can understand or we can infer what would be the main idea of the story. That this is about pride. Too much pride is not good. So a teak tree is very proud that he is tall and strong and the herb and he belittles the herb. So based on this, the story has been drafted. So you got the main idea of the story after reading the outline, which is we're talking about too much pride is harmful, and we got an idea what kind of characters we need to include in the story. A teak tree and a herb. These are two characters. What is the situation? The storm is arriving. So let us read the story now. There was a proud teak tree in the forest. He was tall and strong. There was a small herb next to the tree. These lines can be easily captured from the outlines here. Correct? The teak tree said, I am very handsome and strong. No one can defeat me. This was mentioned in the outline. Hearing this, the herb replied, Dear friend, too much pride is harmful. Even the strong will fall one day. So, just looking at the outline, you can gather that you have to form all of these lines. But you have to just form a constructive dialogue and add some conjunctions, some added words and proper punctuation marks. The teak tree ignored the herb's words. He continued to praise himself. One day, strong winds blew. The teak stood firmly. Even when it rained, the teak stood strong by spreading its leaves. At the same time, the herb bowed low. The teak tree made fun of the herb because he is full of pride. One day, there was a storm again in the forest. The herb bowed low. As usual, the teak did not want to bow. The storm kept growing stronger. The teak tree could no longer bear it. He felt his strength was giving away. He was uprooted and fell in the river. This was the end of the proud tree. When everything was calm, the herb stood straight. He looked around. He saw the proud teak tree had fallen. So we simply took all the words and phrases from the outline and constructed a story, added few words and added proper punctuation marks. We used he for teak tree and herb here because we have given the personification, the characters to the tree and the herb. This is what you can do in the story. You can use your imagination and creativity to construct a story and make it more interesting. This definitely improves our writing skills. There are more outlines given at the end of this lesson, and you can give a try to construct a story on your own. Thank you so much for staying with us. Stay tuned for our next video lecture. Till then, keep revising and keep creating. Thank you.